Hello, and this is Sovereign Scope. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope to be able to bring you all various contents ranging from Battlefield 1, Civilization 6, and of course World of Warships. These three are my favorite games, and these are ones that I play quite regularly. And I hope to be able to bring you content on a regular basis regarding these. Today we have, as you can see, a World of Warships video with me on the Bismarck. Now, the Bismarck is a good ship. I like it a lot. It really is. It's a solid ship. When you go in, you feel powerful. You can take a whole lot of punches. You can take a lot of hits. And it really encourages you to play a close quarters combat style. Now, that's something with all these German battleships that you'll see, is that they're really not intended for sitting back off the objectives, sniping from a long distance away. That's just not what they're aimed for. That's not what they're designed for. They're aimed at being up close and personal and really just wrecking at a short distance engagement range. Now, you'll see that that's exactly what my thinking is here. See, a lot of people, they don't like the Epicenter game mode, and I understand why. Because it's just so centered in the middle. There's not very much spacing out, and if you're outside of these rings, it's not really playing the objective, so you can't really move around the map too much without losing these fields on the inside, and that's fine. But I was thinking, well, you know what? This Bismarck is designed for close quarters, so I'm going to take full advantage of this game mode because it forces all my opponents within my 10 to 15 kilometer range that I'm really effective in. Of course, anything below 10 I'm even better at, but really 10 to 15 is about the max that I really want to go. And that's why I like this game mode for the German battleship line. I usually just tend to rush in the first second. I don't go in all the way in the middle, and that's just because I don't want to die instantly. I could probably hold my own for a little bit, but when you got everybody targeting you, you know exactly how far that's going to get you. It's just not going to do well at all. But as you can see right here, I just looked at the Belfast right there. Now, I was kind of tempted to to kind of shoot it at first because it was the first match I've seen a Belfast in. In fact, if you look at the chat, you can see that I'm actually asking the people how they like it. They say they like it pretty good. But I decided against it because there was no way I was going to get a decent shot. Now, if you look right here, the Cleveland coming around the corner has got to make one of the worst moves I've ever seen in World of Warships. Just see how long he lasts. Yeah, did not last long at all. But what really surprised me was this Farragut was about to make the same mistake after seeing his buddy literally just die seconds before. Right there. I'm going to be able to get a couple hits in. And, of course, my teammates are going to be the ones to finish him off. See, it's always best to kind of go slower around these corners and don't be the first one to expose yourself. And if you do expose yourself, you got to make sure that you're not showing off the worst part of your armor. Be angled in. For battleships, try to go towards the open ocean a little bit when you're angling, because that way you can avoid torpedoes a little bit better. And right here, Warspite. Battleships, stop showing your broadside. You can do it for a little bit in passing, like you just saw me do. I was just trying to get into better position, but I knew I wasn't being fired at. I knew I wasn't in much danger. But this Warspite just has not learned his lesson. In fact, he's literally setting almost dead in the water, and he's just taking it from the whole team over in this area. He's given me several salvos to just tear him up, and he's not angling, he's not doing anything, so he's going to pay the consequences. But me, I'm kind of trying my best to angle into the best places. Now, right now, I have a whole bunch of enemies off my starboard side, and if I was to angle in to them, I could be exposed to a lot more fire than I am. But instead, I look at the Warspite and give him my broadside because he's only one set of guns. Yeah, he gets a big hit, but he's not going to last forever. And about right, yep, there he is. There he is, and he's gone. Now, what really surprised me is how much AA is going on right now. It's just crazy. But if you look at my engagement ranges, they are not that far away. They are really up close and personal. And turning around right here, exposing my citadel is not something that I want to do for very long. I got to get in better position, and I'm going to try my best to. But I'm just so happy that I'm not going to be exposing it for very long. See, in these close quarters, your angling is everything. Because you're not going to last very long if they get you. Not even in these German battleships, they don't have much citadeling to do. Because of the turtleback armor, you can't really citadel a German battleship that well. But we do take a lot more damage from that side. You got to be angled in. Now this Atago, unfortunately, he beached himself. Now I can't say too much about that because, well, I've done that quite a few times. And I can tell you one thing, that is the most embarrassing thing you can do. And let's see if I can't get... Yep, there it is. Right there, Citadel on that Prince Eugen. Now, after that, I was kind of hoping I could get some Citadels on the Atago, but you'll see soon enough that, unfortunately, I keep getting overpins, and I keep getting small damage, and then he's starting to angle himself. So I'm giving up on him as a target for a little bit. Maybe get a couple shots off, but then I'm going to start focusing on that Nagato above me. Now that Nagato is running through the same amount of problems and difficulties that I see most battleships drivers doing, and that is that they're exposing their broadside to several battleships. That 2 Bismarcks is who he's exposing his side to right now. And I got that picked up, that Atago kill. But just see how long he lasts. Look at this. 2 Citadels hit him for 23,000. Right there. And yeah, he's pounding me. But he's not pounding me for 23,000. I can tell you that much. Instead, he's having a difficult time to really do so. I'm going to bring in my back guns, trying to kill him a little bit faster. Because I know he just shot his guns out, but that didn't work for him. And now he's going to. I think the other Bismarck finishes him off. I don't think I finish him off, but we'll see. Yeah, the other Bismarck, he finished him off right there. Now at this point, I have 144,000 damage, and I am feeling on top of the world. That's not something that I get all that often. So I was really happy. Got the Confederate. And you'll see I'm actually going to be able to pick up the high caliber as well in this. I've got about 30,000 more damage to go. And I want you to see exactly how I got that extra 30,000. It was kind of done in a roundabout way. But I think you'll enjoy it. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this channel and about me. I love battleships. I just love driving them. I also drive destroyers every now and then, but I don't do that as often as other people do. I know that people like it because it's faster gameplay. It's stealthier, a lot more sneaky moments. But I just love being up close and personal with a battleship. I remember there was this one time I was in the... Oh, and here's a Belfast. I kind of want to kill him too. But I was on the Two Brothers map, and it was towards the end of the game, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to go straight up the middle and see what happens. Fortunately for me, I wasn't spotted the whole time. And there was this one cruiser that decided to just stay around their side of the end of the channel, the middle channel. And he didn't see me at all, and he was coming around the corner on the port side. And I was about to be exposed to him. I was only 1.5 kilometers away, and he was coming around the bend. And I moved over to bring all my barrels to point directly at him before he came over. And sure enough, he sailed past it, and all of a sudden, he didn't know anybody was in that channel. And then 1.5 kilometers away, he sees all the barrels of a battleship pointed right at his citadel. It was one of my favorite moments of all time. It was great. It was wonderful. And in the chat, he goes, "Oh, crap, man, oh, that scared me so much." And I said, dude, it was worth it for that alone. That was wonderful. Just to see, you think nobody's there, and you turn around and everybody point-blank range barrels right down your citadel. It was one of my favorite moments. So looking back at this, we see this Belfast. He's not stupid. He's turning and keeping himself angled. He's waiting for my shots, and you'll see this. I'll shoot the first two, and he thinks I'm done, so he starts turning in. Now, normally, that would be a great strategy for me to do, so that when he starts turning in, I can actually hit him with my rear two guns. But this island to my port side is definitely going to prevent me from doing so. So I try to get up a little bit of pot shots here and there, but it's just not going to work. Anyways, we're going to get through here, and you can see that the Mahan is coming through, but the Belfast, and of course, only 1,000. But that Tago's going to pick him up too. This Mahan. Now, this Mahan's going to be my next kill. Spoiler alert, but he made a couple major bad moves. And we'll see exactly what happened here. Now, Man of War is giving me all sorts of good ideals. He's saying torps from DD, so of course I moved out, and as you can see, they just passed by me. And we're sectioning off so that somebody is taking one and taking another. Teamwork is very important. Now, right here, I wait, and then boom, because he's going to move into it, and dead. That was wonderful. And there we go. That was the end of the match. Now, that was one of my favorite matches I've done. I just had so much fun. I got the Confederate, the High Caliber, the Dreadnought. It was just wonderful. 52 hits, 3 ships destroyed, 3 citadels. But I want you to take a look. 131 target hits. Now, I don't have a 5-point captain right now. A 5-skill captain. I've only got a 4-skill. And so without the manual secondaries, I still ended up with that many secondary hits. I placed top on the team, and we're going to get into the detailed report right here. And, ooh, look at all that damage. I damaged 9 warships, 169,000 damage. 135 of it was my armored piercing shells, 23.9 thousand secondaries, and plus 10,000 fires. Now that's just, that's pretty potent. That's what some people do in a match. I think the average damage people do in matches is around 45,000, maybe 50. And so I did almost average of somebody else's playing just in the secondaries. That's pretty crazy. Received 24,000 commander XP with my boosts. I'm trying to get to the manual secondaries because I could imagine it being 400 instead of 100 something. And I can't wait for that. Lots of money made in this one. Overall, it was just a very enjoyable match. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day, and you take care.